When people choose somebody else over you on a sit down, you wish them well and you keep it pushing on the sit down. Now this is how I talk in real life on the sit down. When they choose somebody else over you, you wish them well on the sit down. Now what you supposed to do after that? You better your life on the sit down. They like, well, how do you better your life? If you ain't got no job, if you ain't got no finances, you ain't getting it like that, focus on that, on the sit down. I wasn't sitting back, you know, I can't believe this and that, this and that. Nah, none of that. I wasn't doing none of that. You know what I did? I kept it pushing on the sit down. I'm like, yeah, like, you're, you ain't got to explain nothing to me on the homies. Hey, I wish you well on the sit down. I'm not about to hate you for what? It ain't like it's my choice, you hear me? I can't, I can't live your life for you. And if you happy elsewhere, I want you to be on the sit down. Why would I not want you to be happy on bro? Like on the sit down. So with that being said, man, why they chose somebody else over you? Listen, gang, birds of a feather, they gotta flock together on the sit down. You know? People gotta choose people that's like them. You mean? They choose people that's like them. And I'ma just keep it a bean though. Whatever you value, they may not be on that. Probably not right this minute. You hear me? You don't be tripping about this and that. Like, hey, that was their choice on the set. I'm tired of seeing y'all crashing out. Stop it. Get some help on this set down. Listen, guys. The person you usually hearing this info from usually understands a lot more than you think they do. I'm gonna say it down. Why somebody chose somebody else over you? Like I said before, folks, birds of a feather gotta flock together on the sit down. So, if you a genuine person, it's not gonna work with a person that ain't on that, on the homies. If they ain't on that, why do you think that supposed to last? If you a person that is dependable, why do you think a relationship with somebody that's not dependable gonna last on the homies? I understand you got the right to be angry on bro. But what is that gonna do for you? I'm gonna sit down. It be people, like why this person do me like this? Why this person do me like that? Listen, gang. They choices is on them, on bro. For those of y'all that don't know, this is how I talk on the sit down. But people should not be hated because of their choices. It's not like you made the decision for them. You could want what's best for people, but truly not know what's best for them. All you can do is wish them well and hope that it works out for them. Why? Because they can't come back. I mean, if you decide to take them back, that's on you, gang. Just like they got a choice, you got a choice too on the sit down. When they choose somebody else over you, You shouldn't be mad about none of that. I don't understand. Why? Listen, gang. People make choices. And it's not like you gotta live with their decision. I don't understand them. Y'all be sitting there crying and all that when y'all should be getting y'all life together. You hear me? Whatever you don't like about yourself, that's what you can change. Whatever you don't got, that's what you can change. Whatever anybody ever said about you that you think you could work on, just think back to all your relationships, friendships, all this and that. You could work on it. Finances, you could work on that. You can get you some money. If you ain't got this and that, you could work on that. But what you can't change is what they choose to do. And you should be glad either way, if they chose you or if they didn't. Why? Because it was their choice on this set. So you know if somebody chose you, bro, you know you ain't gotta act like something you not to keep somebody. Cause at least you was being you hear me? That just like some people figure they gotta be like this, they gotta act like that, they gotta have this, they gotta do that. If you gotta be anything other than yourself to keep somebody, that's not for you, gang. I'm gonna sit down. You should be who you is. Be you. And then when you know by them choosing to stay, you know you ain't gotta do nothing extra and all this and that. Why? Cause you was just being you. I done seen that, gang. Where people are like, man, where did I go wrong? And what did I do wrong? And maybe if I had this, and maybe if I had that, and maybe if I look like that, and this, and this, and that. Listen, gang, it ain't had nothing to do with none of that. They chose somebody else because that was their choice. And that's, you know, listen, birds of a feather gotta flock together. So it wasn't personal that they chose somebody else. They was just choosing somebody that's like them. Like I always say, gang, if you gotta be something other than what you is to keep somebody, like, remember that song, I See You Riding Around Town? One Love, on there said G.O. Remember that song that say, I see you riding around town with the person I love? If I was richer, I'd still be with you. Listen, gang, you could have had everything popping. Everything could have been anything. It would have only prolonged the inevitable. Now, what you supposed to do? What did I do? I didn't have a car, so I got me a car. I didn't have no money, so I went and got some money. I ain't a flashy type and all this and that, but I knew I can't change that person on this set. I can't change them. I can only change me. That's what y'all gotta look at. I'm tired of seeing y'all young folks, y'all crashing out over these people, man. Like, it's okay to be angry, but if you crashing out, you only showing them and other people why you don't need to be in a relationship anyway. I ain't put my hands on shawties. I ain't gotta go crazy over no shawty. All I be is me. And if you mess with me, then hey, was what it was. It's what it is. Vibing. But that's why I say, You can't change people, gang. Don't try to do that. If you want to change something, change yourself on the set down. Make yourself better. And then when you see them again, you wanna be at your highest level mentally. You ain't jealous, insecure, and all this and that. Like, I'ma keep it a bean. Not that you won't be jealous anymore or something like that. Cause you don't want nobody sniffing up your tree. No pun. But when you got all that in control, instead of it being uncontrollable, then that just spew confidence. It just showed like I'm confident who I am, what I got to offer. You know, where do you stay? Where do you go? That's on you on this set down. So at least you know that they there. When they there for you, not cause you flexing the man like Ben a dime. Shout out to him. But you can have the paper, but that don't mean you gonna keep that person. That don't mean that that's what's gonna attract that person. What you do for your life is supposed to be for you and the people that wanna be a part of your life. Not you doing all this so you can have this person or have that person or stunt. None of that. Oh, y'all ain't believe in me. Now look at it. Ain't for none of that. You better in your life is supposed to be for you and whoever want to be a part of that. Not you just going to get anybody. When you getting your life together, your mental together, your belief system together. Me personally, I believe in Christ, but teachers, I don't say it. But when you getting your life together, then you get to choose who you will want to deal with. I want to say them. You don't want to have to deal with Nathan. You don't want to have to deal with. This is why most people be just, tripping out and all that. I gave you all this love and I did all this and that, and you gotta understand something. Whether they choose to reciprocate that is on them. You leave that up to them. You don't get to control how somebody chooses to treat you. You only get to control how long you choose to participate with them. That's it. That's it. So whenever somebody left, that didn't mean that you was lacking somewhere. That don't mean, oh, well, you wasn't this or that. That just meant that they made a choice just like you got one. Whether they keep dealing with that or people that treat you like that. It's really on you, gang. So that's why I tell people, I'm not sad, I'm not Nathan. I'm actually sleepy because it's in the morning. But I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with who I am, and that's what y'all got to get at. If they want to be with you, they gonna love you for you, and you gonna love them for them. If they chose somebody else, then good. Now you get to choose who you would rather deal with once you get to where you going. And as you on your way to get to where you're going, you'll, chat it up with some people. You'll get along with some people. Some people you might not. Some people you gonna click with. Some people you not. But at least you're not dealing with people out of a necessity, like you need somebody. That's what really brings problems in relationships. You don't gotta chase nobody. You don't gotta get nobody to act right. Love won't run from you. It's it's happy to oblige. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be mutual. Y'all show love to each other. We don't count favors over here. You do for me, I do for you. I'm gonna sit down. But y'all, you know, and I'm gonna say this though. The problem with a lot of people, man, y'all act like people owe y'all something. Cause you decided to give all this love, dependability, this kindness, you know, that's good and everything, that's goody and all that, but they don't owe you that. If they choose to reciprocate that, you leave that up to them. Like I said before, you don't get to dictate what they choose to do. With whatever love you showed them, you only get to dictate how long you choose to participate on that set. So with that being said, love yourself and you will start attracting people that love you as well. But if you don't love yourself, you will keep attracting people that don't love you neither. Bro. Because if you don't love yourself, you will put up with anything. But when you love yourself, you won't accept anything that you don't do to people. And they know to come correct. And they already know. You ain't got to tell nobody be loyal. You ain't got to tell nobody don't lie. You ain't got to tell nobody don't mess around on you. They know right from wrong, gang. When you love yourself, people will love you too. Because they ain't really got a choice. Because they see how you stepping. They know. You know, you ain't got to tell them. Oh, you supposed to be loyal to me because I'm loyal to you. You ain't got to tell nobody. Bruh, they know. They know that. They know right from wrong. But when you love yourself, they just reciprocate that on their own. That's what you want. You want people to reciprocate your love on their own. Not like you forcing them to. Not like, oh, well, I don't like when you do it. Forget all that. You want them to reciprocate that love? Give that love to yourself. And then once they see how you carrying yourself, they know how to love you. Because you're not putting up with nothing that ain't what you own. And they'll know that by how you carry yourself. Oh, yeah, they respect themselves. Oh, I got to get right because, like, okay, example. Say you give to somebody, right? Say you give to somebody. If you want them to give to you, you don't ask them to give to you nothing. You just let them. You want to see if they decide to give to you. That's how you know who you dealing with. You don't tell nobody to be loyal. What's up, George? You don't tell nobody to be loyal. You be loyal and watch what they choose to do. You don't get to dictate what they choose to do, but you want to see what they'd rather do. I'm gonna say, and you just peep game. If I gave to somebody, I didn't tell her to give to me. I didn't tell her to give to me. She chose to do that on her own. That's how you know when you love yourself. You ain't gotta force nobody to love you. You don't have to tell nobody what to do. You put out that energy. Then watch and see if they reciprocate it. Like, say you shot your shot, right? You shot your shot. Fall back. Let them decide what they gonna do. Then you get to see if that's who you should be dealing with. Then you won't be wasting your time. I remember a female was like, she wanted to be married, right? She wanted to be married and all that. I'm like, okay, but are you preparing yourself to be that way? Like, y'all be wanting, good wives and all that. Are you preparing yourself for that? Okay, anything I don't got, I need to get this, I need to get that, this and that, this and that. And along the way, you'll meet people that you may feel is on what you want. What's up? Thoughts on John Gotti? What happened? What happened with John Gotti? Big boss status. What happened with John Gotti? Um, uh, Kano, what's up? Panda, what's up with it? This is one. Man, listen, gang. I done been through it. So I'm telling y'all from experience. If you try to tell somebody, yo, you supposed to be doing this, you supposed to be doing that for me because I just, I bet I can. You supposed to be doing all of this and that and this and that. Bruh, that's a waste of time. I wanna say it. You do, like, listen, this how you do it. Alright. Say you check it for a shorty, right? You check it for a shorty. Yo, what's up with it? This, that, and the fifth. You let her, let her talk, whatever. You want to see if she reciprocates that. That's what you want to see. I don't understand. You want to see if they return it. So, how I used to test a woman, right? I do something nice for her, right? I do something nice for her. Boom. I chill. Once I chill, I'm sitting back to see what she will do. You know, like some people, oh man, that's simp, that's a sucker, that's a beta, this. Nah, peep game, no. Bro, why do you keep? Cause my lips be dry on the dead homies. I don't sit there. I gotta give me some more corn eggs. I got a habit of that, I got a habit of that, but whatever. When y'all, man, listen, man. I done had the finest shorties, gang, on the set them I did. Like, all the time. And one thing I know is you allow a woman to give you that energy. You allow her to give you that energy. And y'all trolling in the comments. But it is all good. Like, I didn't tell no woman be loyal to me. I was loyal to her. And when she decided to reciprocate that on the homies, I'm in there. That's how y'all gotta do that. I seen a dude yelling about a shorty ain't treating him right and all that. I'm like, bro, that's not gonna get you nothing but an argument. You chill. Watch what she do. I don't know say. Have you ever gave a shorty some money? Grew up in. Nah, I'm from the town. Anybody that talks about fine shorty never had fine shorty. Bruh, the reason I'm telling y'all there, bruh, if y'all only knew, bruh. If you only knew. I don't know what said that. Bro. I just wish y'all knew, bruh. I'm talking loyal females. I'm talking women that was doctors. And I'm from the hood. I'm telling y'all the game is up for y'all to soak it up on the set. So, I was messing with the fine shorty, right? I never got her until I was just chilling. Once I started, bettering my life and all this and that, she started checking for me on the set down. Once she started checking for me, like once a person check for you, it's up to you from that point fifth if you gonna check for them. Just like they got a choice, you got a choice. And what ended up happening, I noticed like once me and her got together, shorty was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like them fire women be crazy, but like bust the windows at your car. That like I couldn't handle that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. But to whom it may concern, I don't drink. All I do is smoke black. I don't smoke weed. I ain't drunk. I just been up all night. I work and I handle my business straight up. And fine women is crazy. Like that's why I say, bro, y'all better be careful at picking, bro. You better be. Hey, you like, you end up getting a fine woman. You end up getting a fine woman, bro, and she be crazy, bro. You like, man, bro. But that's what comes with it, bro. When you just chill, everything come to you. I'm telling you, gang. I'm giving y'all the game. When you just chill, man, the shorty's gonna just, hey, I'm telling y'all, bruh. Any job I went to, bruh, women wanted to pay for my food, all this. I didn't tell them to do that. I would give that energy and let them reciprocate that. That's the game. You don't force a person to show you love. You show love and watch and see what they do. The one that reciprocates that, that's the one you deal with on that level. Like a woman, like she came to me talking about, oh, this and that, this and that. This person ain't treating me right. Are you treating them right? Yeah, I'm treating them right and this and that. Well, fall back. Let them reciprocate that energy. Let them finally reciprocate that love. Don't you want to see if they love you back? Well, I gave to them and they didn't give me nothing. That's because you expecting it. You don't expect nothing out of people. Expect out of you everything. Don't expect from people nothing. Believe what they show you. That's how you know who you dealing with. I was vibing with a little bad shorty on the dead homies, but she chose not to reciprocate that. And then there was another shawty. She chose to reciprocate that, so that's who I dealt with on that level. So if she needed anything, I could come through for her. I just couldn't come through for other shawty. It wasn't like I'm picking and choosing. It's just like, I know I ain't gonna get nothing out of this. I know that if you spend it, you might blow it. It's just like, you know who you dealing with. So I wasn't putting shorty down. I just believed what she showed me on the homies. I didn't dislike her. I wasn't mad at her. Oh, you supposed to reciprocate my love. I gave to you. You supposed to give. I didn't ask for Nathan. I want to see what you do. That's what y'all gotta be at with it. Fall back. You show love and watch who reciprocates. Like, I remember in the Bible, right? Jesus healed 10 people of leprosy, right? One came back and thanked them. One. That's the one. He blessed them all. But the one that said thank you, that's the one he remembered. That's the one that could come through and you know them by name. Everybody else, he was just like the 10 of them, but one came back. One came back. And that's the one you remember, the one that reciprocates your love. Forget about the people that didn't show you love. Forget about the people that wasn't there for you. Forget about the people that didn't show you love. Remember the ones that did. That don't mean hate the ones that didn't. It just means on the homies. Why waste energy on stuff you can't change? And that's them and their choices. If they chose not to love you back, or they chose to love somebody else, that was their choice. Why are you living with that? Why are you sitting there looking in the mirror like, man, I wish I was this, I wish I had that, and maybe it would have worked out? No, gang. It would have only prolonged the inevitable. That they were going to make a choice that was contrary to what you would have liked. So you don't fault them for their decision. You wish them well and you keep it pushing. And when you see them again, you'll realize why it didn't work out. Y'all two different people on the set. So if you a giver, why would you want to be with a taker? If I'm talking about for the one that don't know what I'm talking about, you have no it ain't game, bro. It's not game. Like, listen, game is like, well, this and that. You know, you walk up to a shorty, you say this and that. You know, them are lies. Them are lies. Oh yeah, shorty, you the finest girl I ever met. That's lies. Cause you probably done seen 10 females that look better than her. Let's keep it a bean. A female walking up to me telling me, oh, you the most handsome man. Shorty, stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Stop lying. But me giving y'all information that actually works, that sound advice, I'm not heartbroken. I'm not telling y'all cut people off. I'm not telling y'all to hate people. I'm not telling y'all to, treat them like they treated you. I'm not telling y'all none of that. Everything I'm saying comes straight out the Bible, off rip, on the sit down. Out the Bible. So, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. So, if Jesus showed love, he didn't force people to show him love. He remembered the ones that showed love. He also remembered the ones that didn't. But, okay, let me put it like this. Who was the people that was mentioned during Jesus' crucifixion? Mary Magdalene, Mary his mother, and John his brother. Everybody else scared it off, right? He didn't hate them. Even Peter that scared it off and denied him came back and like, dang, I did wrong. And they asked for forgiveness. That's why I'm telling y'all, I'm not teaching y'all to hate people, cut people off. Those is people that haven't healed. That's different if somebody caused your life harm or if they was violent, evil towards you. That's different. Cut that off where that is. Cause why would you accept something you don't do? Why would you accept? Like, I don't know how many, bro. Why would you accept something that you don't do? If you don't lie to people, why would you accept somebody that lie to you? If you don't mistreat people, why would you accept somebody that do that? That means you don't love yourself. And you will keep attracting that same type of person until you start, how you say, standing on your principles. So, with that being said, Jesus didn't let people just walk all over him. He set boundaries. Sometimes he took some time to himself. It's like, I can't pour from an empty cup. I gotta love me too. I gotta get myself together. I gotta do things for myself so I can help people. But if you insecure, you can't be in a relationship because you're gonna be always thinking somebody gonna do you like the last person. You're gonna be always thinking about somebody gonna mistreat you like the last person. Somebody gonna abandon you like the last person. That's where insecurities is. When you to yourself and you taking that time to better yourself, get yourself together mentally, physically, whatever, financially, stable, in a stable, I was gonna say stably, but that's not a word. That's not a word. When you get to that point where you say, what can I do for my life to make my life better? then you will start attracting people not out of a necessity, not like you need somebody. You won't be 24/7, oh, let me hurry up and text them back. No, you gonna be chill. If they go, they go. If they stay, they stay. And at least I didn't have to be nothing I wasn't. People think they gotta be this person. This person they saw off a stream. That person, this alpha, and that. Listen, you wanna be like anybody, be like Jesus. If you wanna imitate somebody. But if you can't, like, be confident in what you believe in. Because after a while, once you start doing for yourself, I'm telling you, gang, you gonna start being different. You gonna think different. You not gonna be like, oh, they all for the streets. You not gonna think like that. Oh, they all this and that. And you not gonna think like that. You gonna be like, it is what it is. The person that chooses you, I'm telling you, you gonna be chill and everything comes to you. People be like, how do I get an ex back and how do I do? Why don't you focus on getting you back, getting yourself back, like getting yourself to where you wanna be. And on your way there, you will run into people that might do some good to your life. But if they don't, you just keep it pushing. I'm the homies. Cause why? I'ma tell you. I started attracting better women once I started loving myself. I started attracting women that love themselves. Oh, I can't treat you like that. She ain't gonna take that because I wouldn't. You attract what you are, not what you want. Remember that. You attract what you are. If you insecure, you gonna attract people that's insecure. If you mean, you gonna attract people that's mean. If you love yourself, you gonna attract people that love themselves, that carry themselves with love, because you carry yourself. Like, bro, birds of a feather gotta flock together. I'm just keeping it a band. What's that? So, I'm just telling y'all, man, I'm the homies now. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, y'all gonna hit me one day, y'all gonna be like, bro was telling the truth. I don't gotta do all that. I just gotta focus on me, and then I get to choose what I want to deal with. Like, when you focus on you, you get to choose who be in your life, not just choosing people because, oh, I'm lonely, nobody likes me, and this is what I'm going to accept because this is all I can get. Like, what? No. That's the problem with people. Why you think females be dealing with dudes that be putting their hands on them? Because they decided to choose out of desperation. Because they don't want to be alone. Because, you know, people think they lonely. People think, oh, you ain't fun no more. No, I'm getting myself together. I spent years by myself. After I got out of a relationship, I spent years bettering myself. Bettering my mentality. Like, okay, I didn't like the fact that I was insecure. I didn't like the fact that I was overly jealous. I didn't like the fact that I didn't have no car. I didn't like the fact that I was broke. I didn't like the fact I was sleeping on somebody's couch. I didn't like the fact that I wasn't confident in myself. Whatever you don't like about yourself is all you can change on, bro. But, like I always say, it's up to you what you choose to do. If you end up with somebody that don't love you, that'll tell you it's because you not giving that love to yourself. I don't know how else plain I'm gonna put it. Bro. So with that being said, man, love yourself and people will love you as well. But if you don't love yourself, you'll keep attracting people that don't love you neither. You'll accept anything. Oh well, it's okay that they don't treat me right. It's okay. You'll keep okaying behaviors and you'll look up, you like I wasted all that time trying to convince people instead of just allowing them to make their choice and me making a choice whether to deal with that or not. So that's why I say chill and everything will come to you and then you get to choose what you want to deal with. Bro, legend, subscribe.